This video is going to go over the basic steps I did in painting the Chalnath Killteam terrain. First color I used was Zandri Dust. So I went ahead and gave everything a once over or twice over with Zandri Dust and just made sure everything was coated. Next color is Wraith Bone and a big old makeup brush, and I'm going to do some dry brushing. So I went ahead and just dry brushed everything and focused on the high spots, not the low ones. Next color is Rhinox Hide, and using some flat brushes. So here in this first step, I'm kind of painting this bottom trim piece, and I'm trying to make that kind of a solid Rhinox Hide, or at least a darker color. But I'm not being too careful here. I'm just kind of getting it on there and basically letting it kind of go up the terrain piece a little bit. And as I'm doing this, I'm kind of washing out my brush and kind of barbarically feathering it to where it makes kind of a washy substance. And then I'm using that and dragging it down and kind of making it fade out as it moves up the terrain piece. So it kind of gives this nice light to dark gradient from top to bottom. So here I'm still using Rhinox Hide, and going to go through and base coat as best you can all the metal pieces in Rhinox Hide across the model. So here's just a shot of all those pieces I was talking about and everything that I base coated in Rhinox Hide. The next color is Skrag Brown. So here with the Skrag Brown, I've watered it down a little bit, probably 50-50 or 60-40. And I'm going over and I'm trying to cover some of the Rhinox Hide, and I'm trying to cover most of it. This is kind of a rusting effect that I've been doing quite a bit lately, both on terrain and miniatures, and it's really easy to pull off, and it's really quick. I really like doing it. I'm not really caring too much about where I'm putting it. I'm just trying to keep it off the Zandri Dust and the white pieces of the model as best I can. But I'm just going through here and just kind of laying it down, letting it do what it does as it dries. Here's just what it looks like once it dries down. Next step is Deathclaw Brown and a sponge. So here I'm using the sponge, getting some paint on it, dabbing it off on a paper towel, and then just kind of dabbing all the windows of the cathedral or the ruins, and then all the mechanical bits that are sticking out on the sides of the building. I'm not focusing too much on the sides or the bands that are going across the pillars, but I'm just kind of going around the model and kind of giving a little bit of texture and a little bit more of a rust color to all the metal parts. The next color is Stormhost Silver and a makeup brush for dry brushing. So the last step I did is I got some metallic paint, in this case Stormhost Silver, and went over and dry brushed everything that I was trying to add rust to. And the point of this is just to make those edges pop a little bit, and kind of really simple way to suggest the idea of decay. There's lots of really nice products out there that you could purchase and pick up, but if you don't have access to that, or you don't have this, then this is a really simple technique that, kind of gives the impression of rust and kind of gives that effect, and really just trying to give the idea that this was once a really clean temple, but it's endured the effects of the 41st millennium, and it's seen the grimdark future and nothing but war. Next color, Screaming Skull. So here I'm just going through with a little brush and again just dry brushing the skulls around the temple. And here's just before and after on the terrain piece. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video to this point. I really appreciate it. These are the basic steps that I took in painting the Chalnath Killteam terrain. Have fun gaming and enjoy your hobby.